What's cracking, y'all? This is another Smokebox. Be Real, aka Dr. Green Thumb from BREALTV. I'm here with a very special guest in the box. We've been waiting a long time for my man to be up in here. Young Buck up in here.
You here with the man. You dig what I'm saying?
I got to tell you off the top, you know, when you came into the game originally, you know, you had some of my favorite bars and verses and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know, new voice, new flow, new style, and you know, you held your own in a circle of other cats that can also spit. You know, as we all know, you know, the unit and all that stuff.
For sure.
But like, when you came on the scene, man, you got people active with some of the shit you did, man. How does it feel like to have that kind of impact?
Oh man, it let me know that I'm doing something right. You know, just to be able to touch bases with the streets, man. That's what I come from. I come from nothing, so you know, I always try to implicate that with everything I do in the music, especially speaking on to try to make it as real as possible without sending myself to prison or nobody else in the music and everything else. So, you know, just to get that real, genuine love, you know what I'm saying, and even the hate. Yeah. Just to be recognized in a sense, you know, for what I'm doing, and it just made me, you know, keep going and pushing with the whole
That's true, because you got to push through either way. I mean, you know, because with success also breeds hate. You know what I mean?
Know what to say.
Motherfuckers that can't, you know, stand seeing someone that they might have had beef with
for sure
on the street, like now getting paper in a legitimate way.
For sure.
You know, because it's a different game when you take, you know, the shit you did in the streets to now, you know, you making music and trying to go a different route.
Yeah, a lot of these dudes, they implicate, they bring those same mentalities into the game. You know, you have some individuals that's blessed to come from the streets and run into individuals who kind of almost give them a silver spoon, walk them through it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And don't do this, and put your money right here, you know? And then you got some individuals who ain't got none of that, just gotta go out here and learn it on their own, take their own risk. But we both of these same different individuals, they still may come from the same environment.
Yeah.
So, you know,
just different paths.
Different paths. I happen to be one of the ones that was more hands-on with everything. My experience came from my own, you know, hustling out of the game, my own hands-on experience. I was one of the ones just to get the where I'm at real. You know, I done pushed them posters up that pole.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get my shit understood throughout my neighborhood of what I got going on. I done paid that $300 for 1,000 CDs and sold them for $10 a piece on the block. You know, so for me, it's a different type of thing where I come from that independent hustle.
Yeah, that
whole mash of independent hustling where I come from in the South. We ain't never have no labels to look to try to run to or go get signed with.
Right.
We got that game given to us from like Scarface, J. Prince, you know, Master P, that whole independent hustle.
Yeah.
And then I come up with that aura, as well as the whole pop aura when it comes for us making of the music.
Right.
I'm from that aura of music. I started to understand the music. I was of age then.
Yeah.
And I'm 37, so I ain't really...
That was the shit that was like inspiring you.
Inspiring me to make music in yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I was one of the ones that never in my life thought I'd be sitting right here, you know what I mean, smoking some of the best motherfucking weed.
That's right.
Real, you know what I'm saying? I'm a fan first and ain't scared to let the real ones know, like yourself, like, man, I still catch myself like right now, like, damn, I'm sitting right here smoking with real, you feel me?
Yeah.
So even, you know, like I say, I still have my moments in this game and realize that there's still a lot to do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's still a lot more for me to accomplish, a lot more to make happen, so I kind of do what I gotta do to stay relevant in this shit, you know?
Yeah, that's real shit. I mean, because you can accomplish a bunch of shit, but you know the road never ends.
It never ends.
Because the minute you stop to enjoy something a little bit too long, you know 1,000 motherfuckers get ahead of you.
For sure.
So you got to stay busy, stay working,
stay going.
You still and you stay inspired, Buck, like with the music. Like, is this
for sure?
You still love?
I love it
more than ever.
I love the music like never before. I'm the type of individual where even if it wasn't the money involved in this music, I still find a way to do it. I get my money somewhere else, but I love that music that much that, if you was to take that out of it, it's the passion and the love for it. That's what keep me going. So it's not hard for me to find motivation. The only place where I wasn't able to find motivation in music was in prison.
Yeah, it's hard to be motivated there,
I couldn't
right?
find no fucking motivation in prison to write no raps. I never, wrote a rap. I found motivation to kind of put a book together, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I could write about the environment and, shit like that, but
The
just
shit you was going
I was
through.
going through it.
Yeah.
I couldn't find motivation to make music in prison. Yeah.
Yeah,
Other than that, I'm motivated. We can go to the studio right fucking there.
motivated right now in this moment.
How do you
Shit.
feel about the game right now? Hip hop in general, rap in general, the culture. You came up in the early 2000s and stuff. You know what I mean? How has it changed from the early 2000s to what you see today?
Oh man, I think the game, it's the generation. This generation is kind of putting its own twist to it, and it's something new that I've never seen. You know what I'm saying? For us overall, the way that the game has been fashion driven, and everything outside of the talent kind of seems what the game is kind of going to. And then you have individuals like myself and even Be Real and a few more, individuals in this game that, pave the ways for this realness and what we do and kind of do our thing. And it's always a lane for that. And I think it's just at a point where this generation is starting to realize, the legends or, the individuals that came before them, we respect in a sense, what y'all guys doing, and now they looking, I think, at this point for direction.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
they ain't had no direction, I think, with
that's
this
the real
generation.
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real shit. They don't even, like some of them don't even know what spawned their shit.
Their shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just, ain't no thing to kind of blame the generation. It's just about
No, you got to just connect with them at this point.
at this point,
Yeah.
and just rock out. You know what I'm saying? And for those that I can't get with, I don't rock over there. But for the generation that's winning in this music, and then come after, me, you, and all of that. Some of them is, all the way there as far as what I would be looking for is from out of an artist, and some of them may be a little bit different. But for me, it's just about staying in my lane and what got me to where I'm at, and if I'm able to connect with a few of these guys in this generation and kind of make a change, or at least provide what I bring to the table to make it make sense with whatever they bring
Right.
to the table, then it'll work. But I don't go to reaching
Right.
to make things happen with individuals just because of the position that they may be in, or whatever wave that's going on in hip hop. I kind of stay in my own lane, man, and do what Buck do.
That's right. Who would you like to connect with right now, like out of, all the, like the newer artists right now?
I really respect what Future doing.
Yeah,
You know,
Future's got some good shit going
He
on.
got some good shit
Yeah.
going on. He really come from the streets in the real way. I was blessed to kind of come across him years ago through Rocco.
Man, he's original Dungeon family too, right?
And yeah, he's a real dude. I really don't know his history for us coming up throughout the music, but from a street perspective, to watch him do his thing, I was able to touch bases with him before he became this individual. So, I seen it in him from the very beginning. I told him, from the beginning, you was gonna be what you is. So just to watch and see what these dudes go do and become even more than even I predicted them to be.
I mean,
he
he had a lot of cats trying to do what he was doing.
Yeah, and implicate what he. And that's what I appreciate about a lot of these guys that's coming now. Some of them, the originality of what they do. You know what I'm saying? I look for the individuals that's, original about, they sound, as well as, finding some realness in what they putting and speaking out here to the individuals. You know what I mean? In these streets. Period.
You working on some new shit right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. And then you one of the ones that's on my list too, real. Like,
Oh
I
shit,
feel like,
we could make that happen.
yeah, we
That's
overdo
easy.
like a motherfucker. Like, I feel like, you know, to be able to mesh with artists like yourself, I'm an all-around individual. And it takes some of the I think that's what the fans want to see, you know what I'm saying, is the mix up of the music.
Yeah.
Some of those
Absolutely.
features that wasn't expected be the biggest records, I think, that work
Absolutely.
timeless, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Timeless music.
Can you tell us a little bit about the new record? Anything?
Yeah, well, my first single is Can't Lose, you know, and it's doing what it's doing. It's the title of the record. It's produced by a guy named Kai Miller, featuring a female by the name of Miss Twane. And, you know, the record is something totally different from what anybody ever heard from me, you know, or G-Unit, period. You know, I'm an aggressive type of individual when it comes to the music.
Yeah,
so,
on
yeah,
verses, it's usually
they're
aggressive.
real aggressive.
Yeah.
So it's like I kind of flipped it all the way around, and I ain't gonna call it R&B. I call it RNG.
RNG, I like that.
Rhythm and
I could
gangsta.
fuck with that.
Yeah, straight up. So it's something really different. And, you know, just watching it take off the way it's taking off at radio, my video, and just seeing it blow the way it's becoming a, you know, this international record.
You think people were surprised by the way, you know, by the way you took the approach on it?
I think that's really what the biggest thing, because I've had so many people like, man, bro, you know, I've even had, you know, older individuals like, yo, it's this record on the radio, man. Have you heard this? And sang my own record. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, that's me. Well, I thought it was you. I just didn't want to say it. You see what I'm saying? So,
But you got to be out the box. I think that's what makes you a well-rounded MC. Like you said, to get with different rappers and do these different collaborations and, you know, do unexpected shit. I think that's like something cats like yourself and myself that we've been in the game for a while, they expect us to do different shit, because you keep doing the same shit, you know, they can always hear the old shit that they really like.
There
you
you
know
go.
What I'm saying?
There you go.
But,
They can always go back.
They can always go.
No, I can just kill him, man.
Exactly. You gotta keep it pushing and shit like that.
What's
right?
going on with the unit?
Everything 100 with the unit. You know, 50 been doing a lot with the movies.
Yes.
And really moving
He's been
with
killing game with the movies.
Man,
And
he's been really doing his thing in Power.
Yeah.
You know,
killing
the show
that shit.
Power.
Shout out to 50, man. He's always been one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? He be just steady stomping it out, man.
You know,
For sure.
When we gonna see like a little role in Power? I mean, I'm
Not this season, but next season, y'all definitely get a chance to see.
Oh shit!
Rossi,
you heard it first.
Power.
You heard it first.
I
right
might
here
be
in
the
box.
motherfucker that come kill Kanan, which is 50 for y'all that don't know. Who knows?
Man.
You dig?
And a unit album, is that something that's coming? I mean, what's up with Banks?
Banks is you know, he in the cut right now. I think him and 50 is, you know, at a point where they trying to iron out whatever situation they got going on. You know, it's a lot of different talk in the media about, you know, is Banks still with G-Unit or not because of a post I think 50 had put up. And honestly, I don't really get off into the politics of the business of them, but
which is
I
good
just know
shit.
that
Yeah,
Banks is my brother. Whether he was here or not, he good regardless. And of course, man, I hope everything work out and keep it rolling.
And I gotta say, as far as the unit goes, the G unit goes, you know, y'all, the combination is fucking solid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Y'all dropped some classic shit.
For sure.
Like the shit that still drops, it's like timeless. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And you know, that's hip hop shit. That's hip hop history right there. Y'all fucking wrote that right
Like
there. So, yeah,
and that's
pretty much.
real talk, man. You know, when I sit back and just realize some of the things we accomplished as a group, you know, I was just having a conversation with 50, and I was like, man, I don't really know of a group where all individuals in the group actually went platinum. You know?
I got to tell you, y'all were inspiring to me when I heard y'all click up like that. I mean, individually, y'all are dope too, but the way y'all clicked together was fucking amazing, you know. So,
and all of that was 50, man. I take my hat off to 50 for really fathering the brand of G-Unit and just keeping everybody together from the beginning and even up to now. You know, me and 50 done had our falling out before. And it's been a time where we've been separated for 7 years, no conversation, no none of that, you know.
Yeah.
And in the end, we both, I think, were able to realize that we didn't ever have beef. We had a big misunderstanding.
Right.
But the fact that I stand for something, he stand for something, you know, it kept us, you know, going at it. And then everything kind of heals itself in time. You know, I was put in a situation where I was sent to prison. And, you know, during my time in prison, I started really just reflecting on everything, realizing like, damn, man, I done been in these streets my whole entire life. And I can sit here with Be Real now and speak on all these real life stories or whatever the case may be. And, you know, people know how real of whatever my life may be by just the good and the bad being played out throughout the public as being, you know, the celebrity. But I found myself in prison reflecting on all of that and realizing that I was blessed to, you know, make it from all of these life-threatening situations and become what they consider a millionaire and all of this good stuff. And then, you know, here I am in prison. So I realized, man, I made $1 million and then went to prison. I did it opposite.
Yeah.
You know, a motherfucker supposed to make $1 million and be somewhere living life. So for me, I started really reflecting on my life first and where I wanted to really go at to find myself outside of where I was at. And I knew then, you know, I couldn't continue the bitterness that I had in me going in that place like that. So I found betterness and I was able to walk up out of there with my GED, all that old good shit.
That's
you
tight.
know what
Congrats on that.
And come home just with a different mind frame, like, you know what I'm saying? Let me go get everything that I deserve out of this music because, you know, I just feel like so much success at G Unit happened so fast, Be Real.
Yeah, it came at y'all in a quick wave.
In a real quick wave, and the success was mainly kind of created through 50's story, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I think overall with 50's story being so real and so broad that, you know, people kind of not forgot or not even say not paid attention. I just think that people are just ready to hear, you know, everybody's story in this sense. So I'm at that part of my career, I think, where it's just like, you know, it's Buck's time. They want to hear what Buck's story is because I've been a part of the story of 50 and everything
And
else.
either way, you got to tell the story.
I got to. I'm an open book, so it's like, man, let me keep it smashing and keep going, you know?
Maybe even write a book.
I do. I wrote it in prison. It's called Behind the Walls. It's basically about my experience in prison because I am not no individual who done experienced being locked up and shit like that. So, you know, and then I ain't no individual that done went and PC'd up and all that shit. I really walked the
whole
yard.
shit.
I really walked the whole shit. So it's like my experience of prison is just realistically more like than a lot of celebrities or whatever they may catch situations, you know. So, you know, like I say, I felt like just being in that position alone and being able to leave and come back the same way that I left, you know what I'm saying? It's an experience for, especially as an individual who has a household name. Like I experienced prison from the end of, you know, man, they go Buck, and you know, not from an individual just being, well, you just an individual that don't nobody know. So just being able to kind of cipher through that and kind of really find, you know, my motivation to when I get out on what to do, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what got me right here, right now, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. Got to keep that positive shit going, man. When's the new shit coming out?
Honestly, man, my whole mission is to get, you know, 50 and Dre on board with my next project, which is titled Unexpected. You know, far as my release date is unexpected. You know, everything, I titled my album Unexpected because everything I'm doing and everything that's happening for me is kind of unexpected right now. So, you know, 50's on board. I spoke to Dre real quick, you know what I'm saying, and just let him know my direction. And he told me to pull up, you know, let's go ahead and, his words was, I haven't seen you in a while. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you real quick, and then let's get to it and see what we can come up with. So you know, I'm on my
That's
way to
fair
see
enough.
Dre.
You
That's
about to go see him up there?
That's fair enough. You know, so
That's what's up, man.
50 and Dre behind behind my project, and man, we moving, man.
That's what's up, man. Hey, I want to thank you for taking the time to jump in the box.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's this. You know, people
This
been
the
waiting
real
on.
deal.
Yeah,
This
it's
the real
shit.
deal, man. For real, for real. I appreciate you having me. And
Oh man,
look, for y'all that don't know, man, this is the real deal Smokebox.
what's your favorite shit you like to smoke?
Man, Burner just got me on this limoncello last night, man. I've been fucking with this limoncello.
My man
shit.
Burner will put you on to flavors, yo.
Yo, Burner, man. I'm about to go get up with him now, bro. Like, honestly, I can't even name all the shit that me and him smoked. Me and him and Scott Storage sit around and blowed up yesterday. So this limoncello shit, this Buscotti.
Yeah,
Buscotti shit is real good shit. So yeah, man,
that's just that fire.
I got some shit over here I brought with me too, man. It's some crazy shit. I don't even know the name of this shit, but yeah, man, you know.
But got the flavors, you
I got
already
a cool
know.
a few flavors, not as many as you.
Well,
Real smoke.
we all got
You
flavors.
dig?
Fuck it. Let them know where they can find you, man.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Buckshots with a Z, BUCKSHOTZ. And my Instagram and shit is that, and my Twitter is Young Buck, YOUNGBUCK, and Facebook is the regular Young Buck as well. So shit, just get at me. All your show promoters, all my booking info is in my bios and all that shit. You did.
Word. It's been another Smokebox, man. Fuck with my man, Young Buck.
Word.
Leave comments, subscribe to the channel, and keep it blazing.
Roll up.
Got the heart of a lion, soul of a titan, mind of a genius, fly with the heighten. All your senses is senseless, resistant, relentless. It's what they call you when your grind is endless. Let's get this.
They say I'm psycho. I move weight like lipo. Got a big crib like Michael. Out the window with a rifle. My wrist game on light show. I'm backstage with white hoes. I got pre-rolls in that red cup. That's key lime. Don't like those.
Got a full pack and we move that. Too aggressive, better pull back. Weight heavy, gotta run ready. My game steady, but you knew that.
I'm too on and my crew strong. Big burn, my clip's long. We take dabs and hit bongs. Grab the check, get gone.
Ooh, welcome to the smoke.